Hello. I just wanted to do a rant about what happened in 2014. Now, what I hate, and this has been done ever since I've been an adult. I've been accused of stuff that I didn't commit. It all started when I was an adult, around in my 20s. I was falsely accused of sexual harassment after telling a joke that wasn't towards anybody, but somebody thought that I told a joke towards a minor. And the minor's parents went after me. But you know what I did? I was so pissed off that I told the fucker off because I was sick and tired of him. And we got into a shouting match. And this was back when I was 21 years old. Luckily, I was not charged with sexual harassment. And that is because what I did was not true. And whatever joke I told at that time had nothing to do with the person that accused me. Because I was basically talking about myself at the time. And I wasn't talking to anybody. In 2014, something like that happened on a Skype chat. Now, I don't know who actually accused me of using a joke towards a minor, but whoever you are sick. I would never tell any joke towards a minor because I am pretty smart when it comes to children, especially when I got a child myself. I always wanted to have a child. And I bet you, if I would have been a registered sex offender, I probably wouldn't even have had any children. Because if I would have ended up committing a sex crime or anything like that, I probably would have had to register as a sex offender. Thankfully, I've never been charged. Because I wouldn't be on YouTube if I was charged with a sex crime and I was convicted. The good news is I've never been charged with a crime at all. And I've never been convicted. I don't have a criminal record. And I never will. And I'm making sure of that. And when it comes to anything sexual, I keep it to myself. That's how you should be. If you have a sexual thing, you should always keep it to yourself. Some people don't, and they end up getting in trouble. Now, what happened in 2014 kind of sucks. I have talked about this. What happened was I was responding to a category that Aubrey Scott actually talked about. He wanted a response for the category sweets, which of course Aubrey made up. And I said this one thing that I thought people would laugh at, but it was never directed towards anybody. And whoever thought that I directed towards anybody, including a minor, you are sick. And you should be with those registered sex offenders yourself. Because I would never do that. Never. The thing about it is, when Aubrey Scott invited this one person, I didn't know at the time that that one person was under the age of 18. So whatever jokes I said at that chat, if that person was offended by my joke, I apologize. But the thing about it is, I should have been informed about that one person that was under the age 18. Because the thing about it is, if I would have known that person was under the age 18, I probably never would have said any actual jokes. I probably would have kept the jokes to myself. And that's probably what I should have done. That one joke I probably never should have told in the first place. I never should have thought about it. The only reason why I thought about it is because I used to do that when there were a couple of categories like occupation. I used to say gynecologist. When it came to food and drink, I said poop and pee, which is basically shit and piss. But I said poop and pee, so it'd be less offensive. And what are you doing? I would actually say peeing on you and getting away with it just for fun. I used to do stuff like that. That one joke that I said was directed towards the category sweets, and that was it. It wasn't directed towards anybody. Period. The main reason why I'm ranting about this is because somebody a couple of years ago decided to comment on one of my videos saying, "Happy Black Penis." That's what that actual person commented on. That the one person the actual comment. "Hello, Black Penis," which I found ridiculous. I ended up blocking him as a result. I don't like that shit. I don't like any sort of shit on any of my channels. I ended up blocking this one person as a result. But the reason why that person commented with that sort of response is because that person remembered the 2014 thing. The thing about it is, whatever happened in 2014 needs to come to an end. But I will say that I didn't use that one joke towards that one person that was in that chat. Maybe that person got offended, but the problem is I had no idea that person was under the age of 18 at the time. It wasn't until that one person left the chat and another person told me that one person was underage. That's how I knew that person was underage. It was from that one person, but it was too little too late to not say anything. See, I had no idea at the time. But as a result of what happened, I got my feelings hurt. Because I hate getting falsely accused of almost anything. I've gotten falsely accused of quite a bit of things. Cheating, and in a video game. Mark Leota actually accused me of cheating. What else? I've gotten accused of stealing, which wasn't true. What actually happened was I was trying to get the money to actually buy certain things. I had no idea it was a flea market at the time. Thankfully, things got settled, so I didn't get charged with anything. Thank God. And I've gotten falsely accused of sexual harassment, which is ridiculous. I would never use a joke towards you that is sexual at all, period. When I say a joke, I usually say a joke to make people laugh. That's it. The reason why I don't say as much jokes as I used to is because of what happened in 2014. What happened in 2014 sucked. And it was just the tip of the iceberg on so many bad things that happened to me. The only reason why Aubrey Scott decided to not be friends with me anymore is because he was pressured into removing me as a friend. If I wasn't removed as a friend. Me and Aubrey me and him probably would have been still talking now. See, he made a big mistake by removing me as a friend because I used to do a lot of things for him, and I was trying to make him laugh and stuff. The only reason why he cut friendship ties with me because he was pressured by other people. But the thing about it is, guys, I never said that one thing towards anybody. And whoever thought that I did, I'd like to punch that person in the mouth. Really. Because the thing is, when somebody accuses me of sexual harassment when I didn't actually sexually harass anybody, that pisses me off. It makes me want to punch the person in the face. And I wouldn't care if I was charged with assault or anything like that if I ever did that. The person should never say anything like that unless, of course, it's true. Unfortunately, that one person, whoever it is, said one thing about me that wasn't true. And I just wanted to point that out. I get sick and tired of false accusations. I really do. Now, I'm not blaming the entire incident on Aubrey Scott because it was clearly one other person that actually falsely accused me. The only thing that Aubrey made a mistake by saying is calling me a pervert. I am not a pervert, and I never will be. Because the thing about it is, and I assume the reason why that one person thought that I was actually using it towards a person that was under 18 is because they probably thought I was interested in that one person sexually. No, because at the time I had a girlfriend that I actually loved. Unfortunately, me and her can't be in a relationship, and I'm talking about my girlfriend, by the way. And that's because of a couple other things. But that's another story for another time. But the thing about it is, I was never sexually interested in that one person that was under 18 in that chat room. I never fucking was. And whoever thought that I was interested, shame on you. You're lucky that I'm not belting you one. Because people like you make me sick. Unless, of course, you give me an apology, I can never forgive you. Because you are the one that hurt my feelings the most. And that's the big reason why I don't go on Skype anymore. Because it's not fun on Skype nowadays. A lot of people cut friendship ties with me over this one thing that they thought that I did, which wasn't true. That one person got offended because I had no idea that person was under 18 in the first place. That person might have heard my joke, but the thing about it is, that person never would have heard my joke if I would have had the knowledge of that person being under the age of 18. Nobody told me that person was under the age of 18. I probably would have left the joke alone, and I probably wouldn't have said nothing while that person was in the chat. Unfortunately, it happened, and a lot of people sort of turned me away. Like that one person from Home Alone 2. You know that lady with the pigeons? The one with the pigeons got turned away. I'm just like that person. My friends turned me away like that, like the one person got turned away from people. It's ridiculous. There are friends out there, like my friend Frank and a couple others, that I do really appreciate, and they've stayed my friend for the longest time. People like them are special friends, in my opinion. and I really feel that they've never let me down. And I've tried to be nice to everybody over the years. I might have said some things that were wrong, but the thing about it is, I, I just try to do things that are right too. And I would never say anything sexually towards anybody. I keep that to myself because the thing about it is, if I want to have my girlfriend with me and enjoy my time sexually with that one person, I have the right to, but it's private. Sexual things is always private, and it should always will be. It should always be the case. The reason why I did this, right, because I wanted to get it off my chest. Because a lot of people hurt my feelings. It really, a lot of people hurt my feelings, and that's the big reason why I don't go on Skype anymore. If it wasn't for that incident, I probably would have been on Skype longer, and I probably would have told some helpful hints to Aubrey and them. Because the thing about it is, I know about tablets and whatever not. I even have Chromecast, and there's quite a bit of things about me that Aubrey and them don't know about me. But the thing about it is, I guess they'll never be friends with me again, and I guess that's the way it has to be. But oh well, their loss. Their loss, I will say that. But I will say this: whatever I said in 2014, and people thought that I used the joke towards a minor, no. I was never interested in that one person. I was interested in my girlfriend at the time. And I still love my girlfriend. I really do. The problem is I don't get to see her as often anymore. I'll talk about that in the near future, though. It's really a sad story once you find out. I just really wish things would have been better for me. Really wish. I've had a lot of things happen that has really sucked in my life. And unfortunately, whatever happened between 2016 and 2017 kind of sucked. 2014 was a bad year for me, losing quite a bit of friends, and I even lost my grandfather. My grandfather died that particular year too, and he was the last grandfather I ever had. But the thing about it is, when I was on Aubrey's chats, I like to tell jokes. I like to tell jokes just to make people laugh. Sometimes I would prank Aubrey, but the thing about it is, I only pranked Aubrey sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes it would get too repetitive, so I would stop and say another joke. And I used to make Aubrey laugh, but no longer. And he uses some of the things that I used to say to him, like chode and all that stuff. If he didn't say that anymore, I I I think he would have forgotten all about me. So I get maybe he still thinks about me because he still says stuff like chode and whatever not. Because there were some things on those chats that I used to say, and he says them now. I used to say when Vanna used to say that's correct. I used to say he hasn't solved the puzzle yet. Or when it came to certain things where Aubrey lost, I would say, "Oh, chode, chode, chode." That's what I used to do. Unfortunately, those times have changed, and unfortunately, I'm kind of lonely. I do talk to some of my friends sometimes, but it's been a lonely life for me. It really has. But the thing is, I don't like being accused of something I didn't commit. I really don't like that. It hurts my feelings, and I'd like the false accusations to stop. Hopefully, in the near future, they will stop. Because the thing about me, I could be a real nice guy if you want me to be. The only time I get really mean is when I'm pissed off. Those are really the only times. False accusations piss me off the most because I've been falsely accused of many things. Some of which are from my girlfriend. My girlfriend accused me of stuff that wasn't true, and I hated it. I really did. I was trying to help my girlfriend understand certain things. I'll talk about I'll talk about my girlfriend in the near future, so that way you know why I'm not with my girlfriend anymore. Kind of sucks though. That's all I really gotta say. It's been very lonely, and I've been very lonely. Have hardly any people that watch my videos anymore, and that kind of sucks. I hardly on Skype anymore. It's been a lonely life for me. The only thing that's not lonely is me being with my child, and that's it. By the way, that one person that probably thought that I used it towards it, the thing is, that person's old enough to be my child as it is, because that person was 13 years old at the time, and well, almost 14, and that person would have been my child. Would have been if I lived in that one person's area. But the thing about it is, I never would have said any jokes towards anybody as it is. But I would know better when it comes to that one person if I would have known that. Because obviously, if that person was my child, I never would have said that joke in the first place. But the thing about it, that person wasn't my child. And I had no idea that that person was a child. So I had no idea that I was going to offend somebody just by saying my joke while I was in the chat, whatever or not. Plus, I was sick at the time. I had a cold. And the last video that I did at the time was my Simpsons video. It was the Every Simpsons Ever video, and I was going to do a follow-up. And I had to wait till I was feeling better, which took quite a bit of time. Yeah, I was sick that day when the incident happened. I had a cold, which kind of sucked. But the thing about it is, I don't always talk on the Skype chat. Sometimes I just like I used to like to tell a joke, but I hardly tell jokes anymore because of what happened. I stopped telling jokes, and it kind of sucks, you know. But there's nothing I can do about it now. People will never forgive me. People will never think that I'm telling the truth. People won't think that I. People will think I used the joke towards that one person, which wasn't true, and whatever not. But it still kind of sucks to this day. I wish it never happened, to be quite honest. If I would have had more knowledge of that one person, I probably wouldn't have said any jokes. Maybe the person that didn't think I would do a joke like that or not. I don't know. I don't know. But I would never say anything towards a minor that is sexual. And that is because I'm no longer a child myself. I'm an adult. I'm 37 now, and I was 33, I think, at the time of what happened. But the thing about it is, I never said that joke just to flirt on somebody. No, because I'm not a child anymore. I'm not under the age of 18. If I was under the age of 18, things would have been different. That person probably would have been my girlfriend. But unfortunately, I'm not a child. I'm an adult, and I've been an adult for over 20 years now. Well, I should say almost 20. No, actually 20 years. Because no, wait a minute. Almost 20 years, because it'll probably be 20 years next year, because I will be 38. But the thing about it is, I'm not a child anymore. I'm not under the age of 18 anymore. So obviously, I wouldn't say anything sexually to a person like that. That person's old enough to be my child, and I probably would have loved my child the way that person was. See, I'm a caring person. I care about family values, and I always will. I have a child myself, and I'm taking care of my child and having fun with that, enjoying myself. But I'm still kind of lonely when it comes to certain things, because I don't have much friends local. Most of the friends that are local to me are people that I only get to see once in a while. But most of the time, no. I have hardly any friends to talk to, and most of the friends that I have are online, so it kind of sucks. See, I've kind of had a lonely life. The only time that it really wasn't lonely is when I was with my girlfriend and I had friends online that I could talk to on Skype, whatever not. Unfortunately, a lot of that changed, and I'm now really lonely nowadays. Kind of sucks. I wish it wasn't the case, but I guess times change, and that's all I really gotta say. False accusations suck. That's all I have to say. Thank you very much for watching. Bye for now, and good night.